There's a word that makes people uncomfortable real quick, and that is submission. Welcome to Me Being Me, where we talk culture, faith, and real life through a biblical lens, most of the time. If you're looking for honest commentary, you're in the right spot. Let's go. Say it loud and people tense up. Because see, in the world, submission sounds like losing control, being dominated, being less than, and letting someone just take over your life. And see, the culture keeps telling us, don't submit to nobody. Be your own truth. Follow your own heart. Do what you feel is right. But here's the part that nobody wants to admit, that everybody submits to something sooner or later. The only real question is who or what is sitting at the top of your life. Now let's keep it 100. Because see, submission, it isn't something religious people just invented. Submission is built into life itself. You submit on a daily basis. You submit to money, waking up early, sacrificing family time. You submit to fear, staying silent when you should probably speak up. You submit to desire, chasing pleasures even when it costs you. You submit to people's opinions, changing who you are just to fit in. So see, submission ain't really the issue. The object of submission is the issue. Jesus said it like this.
No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money.
See that verse right there? It doesn't ask if you'll serve. It assumes you will. See, submission always creates direction, and direction always shapes destiny. Submission feels offensive today because it challenges position. We don't mind authority when we're the authority. But the moment God says, I'm above you, the ego just go crazy. The culture says, I answer to nobody. But let's see what scripture got to say.
There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death.
And see, that's not God being dramatic. That's just God being honest. See, when everyone becomes their own final authority, truth just disappears. Accountability disappears. Order disappears. So here's the lie we've been sold, that submission equals oppression. But see, biblical submission is alignment, not abuse. Look at how God designed order. God, Christ, the church, parents, children, authority, structure. Order isn't about worth. It's about function. Just because something submits doesn't mean it's less valuable. Your heart submits to your brain every day. Your body submits to gravity. Your job submits to structure. Remove order and life just falls apart. Because if submission was weakness, Jesus would have never done it. Listen up.
Who, though he was in the form of God, did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped, but emptied himself by taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men. And being found in human form, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross.
See, Jesus didn't submit because he was less. He submitted despite being God, despite being equal. That's power under control. Submission isn't weakness. Refusing to submit is pride. And you see, God doesn't ask you to submit because he's insecure or something, like he needs you. We gotta assume that God can see way further than what we can see, so he knows what's good for us. Proverbs 3:5-6.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths.
Now let's keep it 100. We don't like to submit because we want control, we don't want correction, we don't trust authority, or we maybe been hurt by people in power. But here's the difference. God is not broken human authority. You see, humans abuse power. God is power, and he uses it righteously. Jesus says it very clear here in James 4:7.
Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Notice the order. Submission comes first. Authority comes after. See, the world says submission chains you. It holds you back. Jesus says, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me. That's Luke 9:23. See, denying self isn't losing yourself. It's putting yourself in the right place. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. That's actually bondage. True freedom is no longer being ruled by sin, ego, fear, approval, or emotions. Submission to God breaks all of those chains. Real talk. So let me ask you a question. If somebody watched your life right now, what would it look like? What would they say you submit to? Your schedule, your spending, your reactions, your habits? See, Jesus didn't just teach submission, he modeled it. Submission precedes elevation always. Look, Submission isn't weak. But see, submitting to the wrong thing is what destroys people. We were never created to be self-governed. We were created to live under a good, holy, loving authority. And when God is in the rightful position, life finally starts to make sense. If this spoke to you, just think about it a little bit. Don't let it run past you, and ask yourself honestly, what am I submitting to? And do I have to rethink the things that I prioritize in my life? Because I tell you this, time flies. Before you know it, you'll be 30, 40, 50, 80. Hopefully, nothing's guaranteed. But one thing that is guaranteed is that when you close those eyes for the final time, whenever that may be, who you are when you close them, you're still going to be the same person when you open them eyes and find yourself in eternity, realizing you denied God because you wouldn't submit to him and you submitted to your own fleshly thoughts and desires. So next time you hear the word submit, whether you're a man or a woman, don't look at it as something negative. We all submit to something, so why not to Christ? Because if you submit to him, everything else is easy. You feel me? So make sure to share this with somebody if you think it can help them out or motivate them. And make sure to stay connected. I like to go live and I like to talk to you, in person so we can kind of hash things out even more. Whether you're a believer or not, I look forward to hearing from you. Other than that, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell on the side so you get notified on time. And like I always say, it's just me being me. I'm out.